What's up, my Fina loves? It's Miss Fina D coming to you all from Vina Entertainment News.
Good morning, guys. I came on here to just talk to you, catch up, because I was on my Instagram live not too long ago, and a lot of people had something to say, about my comment in regards to Wendy. That was really no dig to Wendy. I got on NECA's post talking and, just hyping my friend up. NECA was just here a couple of weeks ago. And we went to lunch, her and Alicia, and just caught up, She's a friend of mine. And so I didn't like how things played out for her while she was on Real Housewives with Potomac, and I felt really bad for her. I think she was a sweet person. We also met at BravoCon. I think at one point she auditioned. I think they had her audition for Married to Medicine in DC, but that didn't work out. So, yeah. But, I commented and I was like, no weapons formed against you shall prosper. But it's like, I don't think that she had a fair chance. That's all I was trying to say, And so a lot of people just got upset because what I said or whatever. But, and that's not a dig to Wendy. I hope the things aren't true, but it just seems to be a lot of evidence. But I'm just saying there's a lot of people within this limb of work, being on reality TV, being on just reality TV in general. A lot of people faking the funk, and you see it all the time. And so, and I think that kind of takes away from reality TV because people, yes, they do want to escape. They do want to but they also want to relate to you and they want to see you grow and start from the beginning and see you elevate as you go along and, different things that you go through and all that. And that's what I admire. And I feel like we've gotten away with that. And we're so worried about keeping up with the Joneses. So worried. We are so worried about keeping up with the Joneses. And it just, for what though? A lot of people, they're like, with me and living in a house that my husband owned previously with his ex-wife. It's just like, it doesn't really bother me because I wasn't there. And the thing is like, our house is almost paid off. And, I didn't have to really put too much into it. I am about to now, but my name is on it, and it's something I married into, and I didn't have to pay for myself. And now I'm looking at investment properties, in state and out of state. So it's just like I'm doing my thing. I'm just doing my thing. But yes, people took that as a dig, and it really wasn't no dig towards her. But like I said, they have a lot of evidence, and there's a lot of people, even amongst the show that I was on, I see a lot of people faking the funk, renting houses, in and out of houses, doing whatever they can. They probably got furniture just in the rooms where they can film in. But yeah, people are mad. People are mad for whatever reason. They're upset because some people are actually out here living that lifestyle. And, I do feel like you got to give those people a chance. It's very, very sad that all this stuff is going on. And people will sell their souls for fame, and they don't care. It doesn't matter what job they work and all that. And that's what I saw. That was so disappointing. I'm like, damn. And I talk about that on the Doctor's Wise podcast. Make sure you go follow them. But yeah, people get so upset. And I talked about this on my podcast in regards to people faking the funk, not really living the lives that they're supposed to live. And you got to watch out for not only just because you come on TV with the people around you that come around, but really the people that's already on the TV, that's already on the show, you got to watch out for those people because they're the ones that's thirsty. So they're watching and they're going to make sure I get paid. So let them talk. Let them talk. Because I'm gonna keep being here. I'm gonna keep being here. Ain't gonna stop me unless you wanna come see me. But say what you wanna say. Am I still trying to have a baby with Gregory? I've been taking a break from that. Honestly, after getting off the show, we have decided to just really focus on our marriage. At first, I was kind of I was trying to do it right away, but honestly, with all the drama and all that, I just think that it's important for us to establish a solid foundation. And of course, like, I do want kids. I definitely do want a family. Like, I love my niece and nephew. That's something that I really want. But in order to have a baby, you gotta have a solid foundation. You got to. That's very important. Gregory's been working a lot. Then I started going back to work. Every day we got called back into the office, and then I was like, okay, because before I was working from home and everything was fine. I was working from home. I was able to do what I need to do, and then all of a sudden I started going back into work every day, and then we need help in the office. It was just too much going on. So we definitely are kind of starting to get on a solid grounding, especially with dealing with the office. And what else? That's important, and then solid foundation within the relationship. I'm not going to have a baby with a bunch of chaos going around me. I just can't. I'm not going to do that. I don't help him as much. We got some strong people. I hired some virtual assistants who are amazing. I'm going in for a few. We got an office. We got a business consultant and an office manager. She's amazing. She's been in the office she's been in psychiatry for years. And then we're getting ready to have somebody else hopefully come on board pretty soon, so they know what the heck they're doing. So that's my main focus. Okay, let's see. Have I talked to Toya? Nope, I don't talk to that hoe. Yeah, I don't talk to simple-minded hoes like her. I don't do that, and I'm not going to. She's too ignorant and too dumb for me. I can't.
For those of you who have seen the last season or the most recent seasons of Married to Medicine, you could see that Toya and Quad had issues. They did not like each other. Deep-rooted issues. Even so far to the point where it looked like Quad insinuated that Toya and her husband had something to do with a robbery and all of that, for those of you who watch. So their issues were terrible. She hated her. Hate is a strong word to use, but based on Toya's interviews and her actions on the show, she wasn't here for Quad. And so here comes Letitia. It's like, oh, you look like Toya. That's my twin. I'm not here for Quad. This is Quad ex-husband, new wife. Yes, I'm going to make her my project. I'm going to make her my puppet. And I'm going to find a way to make her do my dirty work to be this jealous new wife. And Letitia said, I'm not doing it. I'm not on here for that. Okay, now if Quad and I genuinely have a problem and it happened, let it happen organically. I'm not about to manufacture a storyline and do this whole new wife versus, former wife, ex-wife situation to look like the bitter new wife. I'm not doing that. And that made him mad, including Heavenly. Yes, Dr. G and his new wife. Of course, I'm going to go over here and become her bestie, okay? As you can see, Quad forced a moment. We all saw what happened on their cast trip last season. She desperately forced a moment because her storyline wasn't working. And finally, Dr. G reacted. Letitia joining because that's her husband. And we all saw what happened. And Letitia and Dr. G are no longer on the show. Well, when the ladies realized that we've done everything and Quad isn't going anywhere, production is still taking her side and still saying Quad is not going anywhere. We've done the meeting to kick her out. We've done everything. And at the end of the day, the people who are running the show said Quad isn't going anywhere. That's what production normally do. They will, behind the scenes, make that decision. We don't want this person anymore. And then they use the ladies in the storyline to do the dirty work for them. Okay. But Once Letitia and Dr. G give in and give Quad that moment, okay, well, Quad had her moment. She's not going anywhere. And for a check, the ladies then had to get in check and get back on board. Since Quad is not going anywhere, she's going on her apology tour. Let's just go ahead and accept the apology and be cool with Quad again. Well, then Toya allegedly flip on Letitia. I'm going to go over here and, be nice to Quad, and we're going to talk about it and take her side and choose her, since Letitia is not being my puppet and doing what I want her to do. So then she flip. So Letitia goes and say, Toya, you told me to do this to Quad. You said this, you said that. She starts, exposing the behind the scenes plan. Quad doesn't really care because, listen, I still got my check. I'm still here. I'm not fired. Whatever plan y'all had, whatever. Toya came over here. She had conversations with me. I still get my check. I'm still getting paid. I don't care. The plan didn't work. Of course, Toya is going to sit there and say Letitia is lying, all of that, okay? So for those of you who might be like, oh my gosh, where's this reaction and all this animosity is coming from? Ooh, sweet tea. Letitia, let it go. You're not on the show and move on. But I just wanted to give you a backstory for, where all of that is coming from. Her emotions, who she is, all of those things were really played with on that show. And when they no longer needed her, they just tossed her by the wayside, is how it looked like and feels like. If she's still going through her healing journey and her process and getting over everything that happened to her. But I had to jump in and give you all a backstory for those of you who, don't follow Married to Medicine like that. It might be like, ooh, where this energy is coming from, that's where it's coming from. She was used, and when she realized, I don't want to be your puppet. I'm here for my husband. I'm here to do my job. If issues happens genuinely, it does, but I'm not going to manufacture a storyline to please anybody. The ladies got mad. Heavenly and the rest of them who wanted her to come in and just go after Quad. They all got mad because their plan backfired and didn't work, and here we are. So that's where that energy is coming from. And quickly, during this healing process and all of that, you all know how the show ended and Dr. G feeling betrayed by, his friends and all of that, following their wives' decisions, to take Quad side. And so it's like, okay, so y'all going to choose this new guy who you do not know over me, dealing with all of that. And then also trying to balance, as she said, work, his practice when she was working, even though she just said that her job was affected by the shutdown because she works for the government, trying to balance all of that while also trying to, have children. She's like, okay, we need to get to a space where our marriage is on track. We are doing good. We are in a healthy space so that when we do have a child, we're bringing that child into a healthy, loving, and amazing environment and not into chaos in a stressful environment. And I'm here for it. Very smart to focus on your marriage and get the both of you back to where it used to be, that solid foundation, because the foundation is shaken. The transparency. Yes, the blog pages are going to take this part of the story and say, oh, Letitia is admitting to trouble in paradise and shaky foundation and chaos. No, she's open enough to say, listen, no marriage is perfect. Yes, we're still married, but right now we need to get it together. I love that. This is real life and this is real. The people who pretend that everything is perfect all the time and everything looks good and all of that, yeah, those are the ones that's going through it, really going through it behind the scenes. But she's able to be transparent and say, listen, I love my husband, we're great and all of that. But yes, we do have our ups and downs and our moments. And we are working on fixing that right now. So kudos to, Letitia and Dr. G.
And okay. Who do I talk to? I talk to Contessa. Mostly I talk to Contessa. I don't really talk to anybody. Like, I never really talked to Jackie like that. That never really was a thing. She only will talk to you in regards to the show, like whatever will benefit her for the money. And so that's why I wouldn't even allow them to, have her come into what, with me and my endometriosis and all that, because it was, I don't like fake concern. So, I wasn't going to force it. If you're not concerned, I'm not going to go to you. I'm not going to go to you and talk about it. I still talk to Phaedra. Yes, I talk to Phaedra. Yeah, I still I see them around. Yeah, I do. I still see them around. Contessa, I'm supposed to be going out to eat with Contessa and Scott pretty soon. They asked us to come hang out with them. And she called me on the way to work all the time. We always talking about stuff. Because we both, we're both veterans. And then not only that, we're both in the medical field, especially when it comes down to me being in that office. She gives me a lot of advice. I tell her about some things. I told her about the virtual assistants. Like, we be trying to help each other out. So, money is the root of all evil. It is. And I will not sell my soul for the money. Everybody like a little money. My money make it go woo woo, you know what I'm saying? But everybody like a lot of money, but I don't like it that much. I ain't about to go to jail for it. I'm not going to people. I don't know. I just feel like I just don't align with anybody that it leads with materialistic things. That's never been me. Of course, I like nice stuff, but I just like what I like. I don't like things just because everybody want me to do it or because everybody else have it or that's what's on trend. I don't care about that. That doesn't fulfill me. Like I told Gregory, he got me a Gucci bag, was it last year for Christmas? And I'm like, don't do that again. Like, I thank you. I do like jewelry more than I like the other stuff. But I'm like, I value experiences. So next time, use that money and take me on a trip. Thank you. It's sprinkled in there, guys. It's in there. I want it to be a little more out there though. Okay, so I gotta run in here, y'all. It's 9:18, so I can get back to the house. I got things to do. I gotta clean up, and then I'm about to chill. I was affected by the government shutdown, but I'm not tripping because I got a husband that supports us, and not only that, I have residual income coming in, and I'm thankful. For what God has blessed me with and the journey that He's taken me on, because a lot of times I did doubt Him, and there's times that I'm like, oh, I should never. At times I was like, I don't want to do this. Even when I joined the military, I was like, oh, I don't want to do this. I remember like trying to convince my sister, don't do it. I hate it here. I was on the phone with her. I hate it. Don't do it, Kanisha. And she did it. And we both did it. We made it through. And we are grateful. And so one of the reasons I'm glad that, of course you have a lot of wear and tear in your body when you are in the military. But you later on will get compensated for that. Thank God. And so I served my time. She served her time. People have served their time, and they are being compensated for it due to their disabilities, the wear and tear that they had on their body, and we thank them. And we thank the VA. We thank the people too. Girl, I told you the list gonna be on point every time with this day, with that little combo. Okay? And this. I love it. I ain't got no filter on or nothing. I ain't got no filter. I don't have to take pictures with people. See, this is what people do. I don't have to take pictures with folks, then ask them to send them to me or airdrop them to me, and then I have to edit it, and then send it back and make them delete the originals. I don't do that. I have a natural cute face. Who y'all think that do that? Who y'all think that do that? Because I don't do that. I don't have to do that. I don't got to. Because I know I'm naturally pretty. But okay, y'all. You have a great day. You guys take care. Bye. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also, turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.